riding at a whole new level. And with this 360 flip in the bag, he puts the dagger right into Charlie Paget. Speaking of daggers, now I'm matched up with Pastrana. I just went out there and had some fun in the rain. I definitely wasn't singing, but in the end, I really just wasn't feeling it. I'm thinking to myself, what is going on here? Then the old 199 takes the stage. Do I really need to say more? Do was watch. I pretty much knew my fate. But maybe just this once I could get past him. Nah, probably not. Wishful thinking, I know. Watching from the sidelines sucks, but I was excited to see this next matchup. One major factor now is the weather. The rain has really moved in strong. It's a real scary feeling for some of us riders who use the whole ramp to whip our tricks, because it's very easy to slip the tires in the rain. With the rain pouring down, Matt Ribot pulls his magic and beats Torres. He's on to the finals. There's one more match to determine the final, and the rain is coming down harder than ever. This is an accident waiting to happen. Pastrana and Lust will battle it out to see who moves on to the final. Travis pulls it off, and he'll face Ribot in the finals. If the rain stops.
Went really well. The rain came down and it affected the other guys a little bit more than myself. I come like motocross background. I come at the ramps faster than most of the freestyle guys do, and so it didn't feel the slickness on the ramp, and I don't do a lot of whip tricks.
But Mother Nature would have her way, and the X-Fighters at Slane Castle came to an early end. Travis tries to add a little fun to determine the winner.
They're calling it, but right now they're calling first, second. I rock, paper. Dude, what is X-Fighters about? It's about having fun, man. Rock, paper, scissors. How cool is that? Best 3 of 5. That would go down in history. The only freestyle comp ever be won by rock, paper, scissors.
They didn't like that idea too much, and the winner is determined by who qualified best. In this case, TP takes home the win, followed by Ribot for second and Torres for third. And for me, I've got to get my butt back into a routine. Madrid, Spain is next, and that's where I had a really big crash last year. Oh no, shake out the cobwebs.
You know, it was funny, as a kid, I could always control my dreams. I always knew I was in it from the time can remember, 3 or 4 years old. I knew I was in my dream. I could do whatever I wanted to in my dream. I could make anything happen in my dream. It was like the Matrix. It was great. When I was about 12, the dream started becoming so real that I had trouble knowing if I was or was not in a dream. When I was, I guess, 8 years old, I was winning the Nationals down in Florida, Gatorback, and I was doing this huge jump, and I landed.
He had broken several bikes that year just doing stupid stuff, jumping too far, jumping too high, and we got to the Nationals.
A week later, we were back at the same course. It wasn't for as big of an event. My parents said, "You cannot do that jump."
And I said, "Travis, Suzuki really wants this win." I said, "You won the first 2 races." I said, "You got 1 race to go." I said, "I don't want you to jump. I don't want you to do anything stupid, nothing fancy. Just ride the race, win the race, come back, park the bike. Let's get out of here with a national victory."
I didn't. I won. I came back.
Gave me his bike. He says, "Dad, if I got a race like that, I don't want to race anymore." He says, "That was no fun." He says, "Winning is not the fun part." He says, "Being me is the fun part." And pretty much since then, I said, "Travis, you're right. Whatever you want to do, do it." So I just backed him. I said, "You know, this is your life. You know what you want. I'll back you." And that caused some problems with everybody.
From an athletic standpoint, he's had tremendous success. I mean, he's a successful athlete, you know, either action sports athlete or a regular athlete. There's only a small percentage who has shared the type of victory that Travis has. You know, he's had over the years, and he just doesn't want to be complacent, and he always wants to push the envelope bigger, better.
You know, it's funny, when I'm sleeping, I tend to get up and run around a lot, yelling, screaming. Scares the hell out of pretty much anyone that's within a 5-room radius. I mean, I've dove down steps and broken my teeth out. I've woken up in the middle of the desert running at a full sprint in my underwear from Motel 6 in Vegas, like a half-mile away from the hotel. And it's funny because the more I kind of look into it, the more riders, freestyle riders, and are getting worse and worse, have the same night terrors, if you will. I'm not exactly sure what it is, or, you know, psychologists say it comes from people who are good at not necessarily repressing fear, but dealing with fear a lot of times with war or with, you know, any type of alternative sport. They can deal with it well at the time, but when they go to sleep, basically it's when everything lets go that fear kind of comes back out, if you will. Now I don't remember. I remember most of my dreams, but I don't remember why I run. I don't remember why I yell, why I scream, I don't know what I'm running from, actually. I don't have anything really to run from, and I wake up in a panic all the time. I mean, always jumping, always diving, always running, always getting away from something, and but I don't know.
I just lost a friend of mine.
The great thing about being sponsored by Red Bull is that they really take care of their athletes. Right after Matto's crash in Ireland, they sent him to Red Bull's private training facility in Austria, where he went through an extensive recovery process.
The training center is insane. The doctors here really taught me a lot just in the short time I've been here about how my body works, and the training program they've got me on, I totally understand that it's quite easy to understand, and the way they've taught me is through showing me the records they're taking blood samples and testing the lactic acid in my blood, and by that I can work out what wattage I need to peak at to keep the lactic acid at the right amount to aid the healing in the right way. and I got all the people that I need to help me out. I got a doctor's laboratory, physio, mental sports psychologist, and all the machines here that I could ever need. So this place is perfect for me.
Man, Ireland was shattering for my whole role and ruined my plans for 2007. You know, it's just that's the sport. You know, that's what I have to come to realise is that's just how it is, and eventually probably going to happen for pretty much everyone. It just gives me shivers right now to even think about it. Like when it went down, it was such a just powerful moment of my life. You know, everything I'd ever worked for from the past 5 or 6 years, here I am just about to get that taste of sweet victory, you know, on the international stage, and just torn straight away from me. I know it sounds weak that a freestyle motocross guy on the world stage is laying on the course in tears, but it wasn't tears because I was feeling pain, or it was just the emotions, you know. It's just working for that long and focused so hard on that one goal that it just broke my heart.
We're headed to Madrid now. I'm definitely more optimistic than the first couple stops. I've got a little more riding under my belt. It was a year ago that I went down pretty hard on a backflip in Madrid, and going back there, I think it might have a little bit of an effect on me, you know, when I turn around in that tunnel and, you know that I have to pull back this time. Just get the cobwebs out, just try not to think too much about it and do it. Unfortunately, backflips aren't the only thing in the sport now. There's backflip heart attacks and backflip kiss of deaths, and I'm a little off the pace on that stuff, so I like doing everything, you know. I think double knack Indian air is probably my favorite. It seems like when the crowd's watching people do backflips and combos all night long, you know, they get a little bored of it, so to come out with a little bit of different flair and style on some tricks, it gets people's attention again. I know Danny Torres is going to be really strong in Madrid because it's basically his home track. And if Pastrana shows up, of course, Nate Adams, of course, could be the best battle we've seen in a long time, really. Madrid is one of the coolest cities in the world. It's alive and full of art and culture. They also know how to have a good time here. In keeping with the Spanish tradition, we'll be competing in the monumental Plaza de Toros bullfighting arena.
It's huge. It's the talk of the town. Same with it when it was in Ireland and same in Mexico City. You know, everyone looks forward to it all year, the spectators and the riders.
It's crazy here, and it's very cool when you can jump and you have 25,000 people applaud you.
Yeah, it's always fun to come here. I look forward to this contest every year. It's really fun, and there's really not another crowd that I've ever ridden in front of that's just that enthusiastic about it.
This is going to be a mega comp. Pastrana, Torres, Ribot, Nate Adams, they're all here. The top 4 riders in the world will be going at it, and it's anyone's championship to win. Everyone's pumped and ready to get this show on the road. First thing on the agenda is our riders meeting. Tess Sewell, the event director, goes over all the details with us.
This year, the show is actually going out live to 20 countries.
Madrid will be the biggest event of the year and will broadcast live to over 63 million people.
And we have a new television personality with us this weekend. This guy here, you might have heard of him. He's called Robbie Madison.
Now joining us is our expert commentator. His name is Robbie Madison.
On the injured reserve list, Maddo, alongside Eric Apple, will be doing the play-by-play with his funny little accent.
You know, I had a really good start to the year and finished third in Mexico City.
Good day, mate. After the meeting, we have to do this TV stuff for the television graphics during the event. It's kind of silly, but hey, aren't we all?
Hola, soy Ronnie Renner. I'm here to do some big tornillo and go loco.
I love coming here every year. The contest is crazy, the fans are crazy, and the chicks are hot too.
Nate Adams, what a playa. Then finally, it's off to practice. The course has pretty good variety, much bigger than Mexico City. I love that quarter pipe.
The course here is actually really nice. It's not your typical circular bowl arena, you know, freestyle comp. This space is a lot larger than Mexico City, so we're not just doing one landing in the middle. It's, you know, 2 or 3 sort of landings. Yeah, they're kind of bunched together, but, you know, it's obviously a lot more dirt here because of the quarter pipe.
After a little R&R, it's time to get going. Here's a little feel of what it's like as we walk our way to the stadium.
I think they just think I'm your bodyguard.
Yeah, easily described.
Can I have a picture with you, please? I'm sorry.
No problem.
I don't even know the guy. I don't like him.
Cool. Thank you very much.
See you guys. And we're off again.
Y la firma.
Sign your shirt.
No, la gorra.
No.
What do they want?
They want my hat. Usually they want something.
Oh, I mean,
It's rare they don't want something. These guys are pretty cool though. How you doing?
oh, they're right. Open them in your desk.
Well, actually, that worked amazingly well. Hey, good one.
Yeah, and you?
Cool. Oh.
Hi.
Hey, look.
Viva la Mexico.
You say people in Mexico?
That's your first autograph?
This 10 minutes, yeah. Yeah, after half hour of walking with Travis, I sign 1 out of 20 autographs. Average. And got a kiss from a guy, but I think Travis got more. This is backstage at X Fighters. It's the FMX version of being a rock star. It's a relaxed atmosphere, but then again, actually, it's a little chaotic.
I am backstage in the pit area with all the riders, and I'm doing double duty this weekend. I have the live show that's going to go into 20 different countries, and then I have the U.S. show, so we're doing live to tape for that. I'm trying to get riders for both TV shows, and Travis is next, so he's got his hat, so we're good to go.
I mean, you know what? I'm here. If I make it to the round of 4, I'll be excited. Anything past that is a bonus. I mean, honestly, if Danny nails his run, or or even if I happen to make it to the final and Nate nails his run, I really don't have a chance against those guys.
I think not so bad. The show will be starting 1 hour, something like that.
Sorry. With water. He put a water bottle in her shirt and threw it down, and I looked up right as it was about to knock me in the head. It just about knocked me out. It was over her top, and she is up there shirtless, so I mean that's a bonus, I guess.
Look at Pastrana knock him out. Never mind a water bottle from the 5th floor.
The fans get just a little too excited sometimes. It's going to be a great show. The crowd will witness a bullfight between FMX heavyweights. And now, it's showtime.
Wish you were you met me.
here we go. As always, I'm up first, and I drew Czech Republic's Libor Podmal. I thought I could get through this round no problem. Then all of a sudden, Podmal comes out swinging with a sidewinder to heel clicker combo. Then a cliffhanger backflip, followed by a Cordova backflip. You've got to be kidding me. Where was this in practice?
I have no words, I feel like, Angel or whatever. So good.
It was like the run of